Have you ever found yourself frozen in the face of something that seemed terrifying? A height too high, a spider too close, or a crowd too large? But what if I told you that this fear, this powerful feeling, is actually designed to protect you? Fear is as old as humanity itself. In fact, it's one of the very first instincts we developed. Imagine this. Our ancestors standing at the edge of a dense forest, hearing the growls of predators in the distance. Their hearts raced, their muscles tensed. They either fought or fled. But these primal reactions, wired deep in our brains, helped them survive. This fight or flight response, the burst of energy, the sharp clarity of focus, it's still with us today. In moments of danger, your body becomes a fortress. Your heart pounds, your senses heighten, and your breath quickens. But in the modern world, that ancient survival mechanism can sometimes trigger fear when there's no real danger. At the heart of this reaction lies the amygdala, a small, almond-shaped structure in your brain. It's the gatekeeper of fear. When something triggers it, whether it's a loud noise or a stressful thought, it sends signals throughout your body, preparing you for action. Yet, it doesn't always differentiate between a real threat and a perceived one. But fear doesn't always come from the outside. Sometimes it's born from within. Our brains, wired to seek patterns, can distort reality. Cognitive biases shape our perception, often amplifying our fears. We may catastrophize. A single bad thought spirals into worst-case scenarios. Or we may overgeneralize, convincing ourselves that every situation is dangerous. Yet, not all fear is innate. Some fears we learn. Perhaps you fell from a bike as a child, and now, every time you ride, your heart races with anxiety. This is learned fear, conditioned by past experiences, where your brain links a specific event with pain or danger, even though the risk may no longer exist. And then, there's society. Fear is not only personal, but cultural. In every society, we learn what to fear. Media, family, peers, all influence our anxieties. From the fear of illness to the fear of rejection, our social environment plants seeds of fear that grow into full-fledged phobias. Take the fear of heights, for instance. It's not just a simple discomfort, it's an ancient survival instinct. Thousands of years ago, the fear of falling kept our ancestors safe from dangerous cliffs and treacherous terrain. That same fear, though, can send a modern-day person trembling at the edge of a balcony, or consider the fear of spiders. Many people feel this inexplicable panic when faced with these creatures. The truth is, our fear likely stems from an evolutionary response to creatures that might have been venomous, potentially deadly. Even now, we're hardwired to avoid them. And then there's the fear of public speaking. It's not just about talking in front of a crowd. It's the fear of judgment, of social rejection, of not being good enough. It's a fear rooted deep within our need for social connection and acceptance. A primal desire to avoid embarrassment or exclusion. But what if I told you that fear doesn't have to control you? Fear is a natural, even necessary emotion. However, it's possible to change the way we respond to it. One powerful tool is cognitive reframing, taking a fearful thought and challenging it. Instead of thinking, "I'll fail," you can shift to, "I might succeed. And if I don't, I'll learn." Another method is exposure therapy, gradually confronting what scares you in a safe, controlled way. This helps your brain rewire itself, teaching it that fear doesn't always mean danger. And then, there's mindfulness. In moments of fear, simply breathing deeply, staying present, and grounding yourself in the here and now can calm the storm inside your mind. These tools empower you to manage your anxiety, not eliminate it, but understand it. Fear, when understood, is no longer a foe, but a teacher. It's a signal, not a sentence. By understanding the science behind our fears, we gain the power to not just endure them, but to overcome them. Remember, fear is a part of being human, but it doesn't have to control you. With the right mindset, support, and strategies, you can take back control, live more fully, and embrace the journey with confidence. So, what are you afraid of? Whatever it is, know this: you have the power to face it. And with each step, you'll grow stronger,